Hey, what's happening? It's your boy Crass, just coming back at you. I wanted to show you some quick secrets on how to mix, how to get a quick mix so that you can get some beats off quicker to some people that are wanting them, and so that it can sound, knocking from the gate. Um, Basically, mixing is an art. It's cool to know certain tricks and knobs and things to push and what certain knobs do what, but it's better to have an understanding and a complete understanding of how to mix so that you can mix in any setting and you can mix any genre of music. Today we're going to be covering hip hop. That's because it's our focus. FL Studio is a beast in terms of hip hop. It don't matter what people say, man. The top producers are producing with FL Studio, so make sure you master this thing. And these secrets are basically going to help you do that. So we're going to start off by hitting up the drum kit that you should have. Definitely click the link below if you don't have it yet. The Platinum Secrets FL Studio Mega Drum Kit. Make sure you get that. Basically, we're going to do the dirty 808s. We're going to put in snare. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick beat, and as an example, show you how easy it is to make a mix that's good enough to get you some more sales. Let's put it that way, because if you're letting artists hear your beats and it's not mixed properly, not even a good core solid quick mix, then they're not going to hear your beats the way you want to be represented. So checking this out and learning the secrets I'm about to show you is going to force them to respect you as a producer, and it's going to basically get the money that you deserve. Basically, I'm just going to keep it real basic so you have a basic understanding. And like I said, it's more important that you understand how to mix rather than a few buttons to click. Um, so what's most important in hip hop is the kick and the snare. We're going to jump right into it. The kick and the snare. I mean, there's not anything that's more important than the actual beat. I mean, it's a hip hop beat. We sell beats. So the beat needs to be the focal point, the kicks and the snare. Um, in order to do that, we are going to address those things first, and then we're going to mix the rest of the elements in relation to the kick and the snare. It's that simple. Often it's overlooked for whatever reason, but we're going to basically, do it the right way here. So I've got a basic 808, I got a snare, I got a hat, and I got, this little breath, like little trap breath or whatever, available in the kit. Make sure you get that. And these are the core components of the industry sound that a lot of people are making these days, and we want to keep our music relevant, just point blank. I mean, it's not about copying the next person. It's not about doing the same thing, but we do want to stay relevant. I mean, that's what music is. It's the hotness. It's the essence of what's happening now. And yes, create your own lane by all means. However, when you're just learning and you're just trying to figure this out, you're trying to master this beast of a program, FL Studio, it's important to try to replicate and try to achieve what's going on, and then create your own lane once you've got the mastery. So we're going to go ahead and add these 4 sounds for our drums, and then we're going to bring in some VSTs. Today I'll choose Nexus just because that's very popular, and I think you might get some use out of what and how we're going to do it today. Basically, we're going to use some arpeggios, we're going to add some instruments, and then we're going to mix them all in with the drums that we create. So basically, there's 2 ways to do our tempos. We can either do double time, meaning we can have it at like 160 for a beat that's going to be like 80 or something like that, or have it at 180 for a beat that's going to be 90. Today I'm going to show you how to do, and I've shown you that way. Today I'm going to show you how to do it at like around 85, and do it the traditional way, just so that you can see how the arpeggios work a little bit better when it's done in the traditional sense. So in this beat, I'm going to start out with the kicks and the metronome. just put a basic pattern together. You know, you don't have to think about it too much. Just get, you know, just get that idea out. So we're gonna hit up the arpeggios, and you know, just depending on where you are on your beats, I mean, you might want to just go ahead and just duplicate this and just mimic this, just so you can get used to making a quick beat real fast. So you can, if you're in a studio or something and you're in with a producer, an artist, you want to just quickly get out a beat so that they can start rocking to. You know, just copy that. Let's see. Okay, it's not, maybe not what we want to do. Okay, so I'm gonna use just any one of these to demonstrate a point, and it's kind of a mixing point too. I mean, so for the master filter, and you can do this with anything. There's even plugins that do this. It's called a cutoff. So then you cut off the filter, and it gives it that. Here, I'm gonna stop it real quick so you can see. It's got that bite. It's kind of sharp. You put that cutoff on, then it sounds like it's under the blanket. And you want to do that in order to take off some of the edge on some of these sounds that could be like treble heavy, or you know, could be kind of like doing too much, and you want to just give it that subtle, that more ambient sound, because there's a lot of like ambiance that's going on in the game right now where you're hearing more of this than like the aggressive, like all in your face with the dynamic. So the cutoff, that's one little trick right there that a lot of people are doing. So basically we're just gonna lay something real quick. Just that, you know, I'm just gonna. So one of the first things in mixing is you want to make sure again that the drums and the kicks are the primary, the drums and the snares are the primary driver of the beat. So with FL Studio 12, you can go into the, you can click the channel and then go into the VST and click this track right here, and it'll place it on its own track and name it as well. And so what you want to do is turn this down. So, and then we'll start with the kicks and the snares. So then we'll actually mute this just for now, and then we'll just have the snares, the kicks rocking. I accidentally panned it a little bit. I'm gonna put it back in the center. Okay, so the kicks. One quick tip too is make sure you click cut itself. That way the kicks won't run into each other. Oh, and real quick, make sure you turn off the limiter. In the master track, turn off the limiter. You see that already? The limiter will bring sounds up that don't need to be brought up, and sometimes suppress other ones. So it'll give you like a fake reading of what a fake output of what the sound is actually doing at the level you have it. So to get a true reading, and this is, you know, FL Studio does this to make it easier for people who are not mixing their beats, but since we want to have a pure understanding, go ahead and turn that off. And you'll see that the 808 kick is in track 1, and in track 1 we can read what the decibel level is. So for our kicks and our snares, I mean, it's all in relation to one another, but for this we're gonna let's put it at around 6. 6 is a cool little, just, you know, little parameter for our kicks and snares. We don't want to necessarily define a certain default. There's no default, but this is a good thing to go by. So then we're going to use our little method you learned earlier to kick up the level of the track by using the volume level adjustment in the miscellaneous functions tab right here, and then kick that up Oh, you know what? That was on the wrong one. That's on the Nexus track. My bad. So the 808 right here. Boom. Okay, that makes more sense. And you'll see, check out this right here. You'll see it move up as I. So what happened? We'll move it up there, and then just for example's sake, we'll show you how to now decrease the volume in the actual mixer channel, so you can have more control. So we'll leave it right there around 6, and then here's the snare. So that's around 12. Same thing, we're gonna boost it. Okay, cool. We boosted at a cool level. We want to have the snares and the kicks at a relatively the same level, because we want to mix things kind of in groups. Like the snares and the drums should usually relatively be around the same decibel level. So that'll be right there. And then the hats, you want them to be a little bit lower, because you don't want the hats like buzzing all in your, like ticking all in your ear. So also, a key secret, go ahead and A/B your tracks next to things that are current in the music industry right now, things on the radio, like literally while you're making your beat, listen to like your favorite, your hottest song, and hear where the hi-hat sits in that song, hear where the drum sits, hear where the snares sit, and how they hit in relation to each other, and then make the same adjustments and mix levels in your own mix to reflect that of what's current. I mean, I don't want to overstress the importance of, like, you know, staying hot, staying current, doing what it is now. I mean, unless you've got your own sound that people love right now, that you have fans over, falling over themselves trying to get, trying to get at you. If you don't have any of that and you just don't really have any fans whatsoever, that's okay. That's why this is, that's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to show you the shortcuts and the secrets and the hacks to basically getting that, fast and quick, and not having it take years and years and years. And so you got to go with what works. Go with the industry sound. Go with the relevant stuff, and make sure you get that FL Secrets 101 course, because that's going to show you how to bring your beats to a whole nother level, pretty much overnight. As soon as you take in that whole course, you're going to be on point. So go ahead and get that. The link's below. And then back to this mixing, make sure you mix your kicks, your snares first, and then your hats a little bit lower. And I'm not meaning to say this is like for everything, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no one way to do anything, but for the most part, and if you're looking for a standard or like a standard, like a foundational understanding of this stuff, this is it right here. So kicks, make sure your kicks pumping, your snares pumping, and then you do your hi-hats a little bit lower, and then you do your music and your instruments after that. So here it goes, and then here's that. Okay, so a quick little hack on how to get another instrument going quickly is to clone your VST and then choose a different sound. We're going to choose the strings, and then copy what you did before and paste it, and then choose a different channel, and then it's going to come out loud. You hear it? So we're going to turn it down. Okay, so we're painting ourselves in a little bit of a corner by just having these like monotonous sounds or whatever. So basically we want to have our next sound balance it out. Music is all about balance. Music is all about balance. Music is all about changing stuff up. So we have some lush sounds at first, so we want to counter that with some like more plucky sounds. So the way we do that is we can go into plucked, and then we can choose a sound that's more like plucky, for lack of a better word. Let's just try that. Okay, so that's like a little line that we can do, and the way we would do that is we would paste out these patterns and then change the pattern 2, and then just simply make sure we have that Nexus track selected and hit record and then play. And we're gonna record it. Actually, that'll be like all we need for now, because Pete. And then just record. We'll just duplicate that right there. I heard a little bit of a. This one was a little bit off. You hear that? I'm gonna change it. And then so that brings up a good point. That little master filter, you can take a little bit off, cut it off a little bit, and then go to the sound and then bring it down. So that's kind of like a percussive sound. Now we might want to go with the lead. We've got like the background lush sounds, we've got like the little percussive sound, and now let's go with the lead. I think I just did the, okay, let's see. Let's do insert. Right, okay. So let's go with the lead now to like maybe top it off. Let me see. Let me go with the lead sound. And then again, we'll use this little master filter cutoff to achieve let's see. Let's record that. Okay. Alright, and then let's see. And that was cool too, because it like had an extra sound that we don't want, and the way we get rid of that easily is we just right click. It's not there no more. And then this is good because that sound is blaring and it's loud and it's annoying. So what we want to do is we want to put it in the mix. So we want to bring it down. And there, I mean, it's not the hottest beat in the world, but it's the foundational. It's the establishing of the foundational reasoning and the foundational understanding of what you need to mix. You know, you got your drums banging, you got your sounds leveled and fitting in the mix. And next, what we're gonna get into is, you know, the EQ. And we didn't even get into EQ. This was more of like levels, and just so you can have an understanding of like where your levels are. Now, when we get into EQing, it's about to be a wrap, because now we're gonna tuck each sound to where it goes, and each of them are gonna be all new and different in their space and in their pocket. So take this, just use this. I don't want to hit you over the head with too much. I feel sometimes, you know, there's cats out there that might give you too much, and then you don't know what to do. So keep it basic. Start the beat, do the beat, match the snares and the kicks together. Like, make those the focal point, make those the highest pieces. Add a couple layers, some instrument layers, and then tuck them. Like, you know, depending on what you want to do, just group them together and mix them together so that you can have all your sounds be represented. Next, we're gonna get into panning. Next, we're gonna get into EQs. So go ahead and check that out. But for now, get that FL Secrets 101 course. It's gonna take your beats to the next level. Make sure you get that right now. You know, invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna really pay off. It's gonna help you grow. It's gonna help you take your beats to the next level. And you know, basically, it's all about education. You know, it's all about what you know, and it's all about how hot you are, how modern and relevant you are. So make sure you keep that up. All right, it's your boy Crass. I'll holla at you. Hope this helps.